Like there's a cat that he talks about this, and he's like, listen, if you have your YouTube channel, you want to talk about something, you want to spread a message, but like if you're just preaching at people, nobody wants to hear. Like people are on YouTube to be entertained, so that's what we need to be able to do. We need to be able to sell a positive message and keep people happy and keep people entertained and keep people like have fun, like because I know I had a habit of being too like of being too stoic or being too focused on the message and not being able to just, hey, I can drop a gem here and there and we can still have a great time. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a way to do that, but it's hard. It's not the easiest way.
Well, I'll throw this monkey wrench into it. We have to stop letting these platforms validate us. And that's the problem with the inclusion and the civil rights. For example, these things exist, Aaron. We know these things exist. It's just like, coming out of pocket and putting money into it. It's hard for us to feel as though we're validated. I was so disgusted with Spike Lee and Samuel L. Jackson talking all that Black pride and power stuff. Then the next day, run to the Emmys, run to the
Right.
Academy Awards, because
Right.
that's what validates them. Instead of taking the NAACP Image Award, even though NAACP, I'm a member, whatever, is something, but it's still something that's ours. And say, you know what, I will never go to any other award ceremony except for this, because this is what I validate, and it validates me for my people. That is very important. So if we pick one, if we all program one brain to support one platform that's Black owned, blackplanet.com or whatever it is, remember that?
Oh
then
yeah.
let's all stick to that. But if we can't do it, then our attention is going to be pulled all over the place, especially who has the biggest dollar. And that's the other thing. We can't let the money, the source of the money, validate. We shouldn't be scared to put money to one place, right? And actually stick to it. It could be $1 and sells $1,000 from over there, And then we should actually pay good quality artists good quality money. The reason why, I'll give you a case in point. Another community leader said, Dion, I'm an Indian business owner. I ask these kids, why don't they make positive music like Bill Cosby? They said, because it doesn't make money. Why can't we make positive music make money in some way, in some fashion?
Right.
A nice jingle. You know what I mean?
Listen,
slogan, something.
There's a way to do it, but it takes creativity, and that's why. So, question: have you heard of the lead attorney? Because that's where that's where this is. Okay, so the lead attorney is a YouTuber, right? Let me tell you about the lead attorney. The lead attorney last year, January, he had 1,000 subscribers. In January last year, he had 1,000 subscribers. By the end of the year, lead attorney had over 100,000 subscribers.
I see him right now.
Yes, like this dude is the truth. And so one of the things, because like that's why he's in the thumbnail. He's in the thumbnail because he talks about like Black business is one of the things he's talking about, and he talks about using YouTube as a business. So he actually started a course. He actually started a YouTube course to teach people how to live stream, right? And so he came out with the live. So before he came out with the course, throughout the course of the year, his subscriber base is building. As his subscriber base is increasing, he'll get to a point like he gets to 10,000 subscribers, and then he does a breakdown. He does a video, does a breakdown. Okay, hold on. Let me say. So TLA is awesome, long-winded as hell, but I like it.
Okay, I can see.
Let me tell you something about TLA. TLA, like I saw him do 8-hour live streams. 8-hour live streams. I'm like, he's still going. So like before he'll do a live stream and he'll bring on guests on and they'll be talking. But before he brings on the guest, he'll go for like an hour and a half, 2 hours doing his monologue. So I remember one time I'm watching TLA. I'm watching him. Like it's like 4:30. I start watching him. Goes through his monologue. Then he gets to the point where he starts bringing people up. I look at the clock. It's after 6 o'clock. I'm like, what? Like I didn't even realize that much time passed. So it wasn't like he's long-winded and bored. Like he's long-winded and kept me engrossed that entire time.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I didn't even realize the time passed. Like listen. So listen. Full disclosure, and let me tell everybody who's watching. Full disclosure, because he has a course that he sold, right? That he's selling. I bought his course. Listen, I bought his course.
The Kool-Aid works, everybody.
I bought his course because I'm like, as good as he is, I witnessed it firsthand. Like I'm watching it and he's just engrossing. I said, this is a dude I want to learn from. So now what happens is he before he starts selling his course, he would actually tell people how much he was making with each subscriber count. So 10,000 subscribers, he told people much he was making, 25,000, 50,000. Then once he got to 100,000, he told people how much money he was making. I was like, wow, the dude is making a killing on YouTube. So then he started his course, and his course is $550, right? So when he says it's $550, some people are like, oh, $550. And I'm like, okay, I get people saying $550 is a lot of money, right? I get it. However, the question is, what is your return on investment? So he goes on the show, and in fact, he actually goes on the show with this young lady named Nika Knight, and they're having a discussion. They're talking about Tasha K and Cardi B and everything, and then he brings up his course, and she's like the other person whose channel he's on, because she invited him on, and she's like, and he starts, he gives his course a plug, and she's like, yeah, that's a lot of money. He's like, no, but listen, it's worth it. I break it down, I teach people, and so she's like, um, she basically like yeah, but I don't know, that's I don't think people are gonna make as much money as you make, and so they get into it, but they don't get into it. They have playful banter back and forth. A couple of days later, he puts out a post, basically kind of like teasing her, like, hey, she thinks that my course isn't worth it. So if you want to if you want to donate to help her buy the course, you could just donate and put Funnique, So she got offended, and I get she felt that like he was making fun of her, but I also get his position, because he's like, listen, I'm promoting this course, and it's almost as if you're saying it's a scam. Like, and so it's almost as if you're saying it's not worth it. Let's put it that way. So, because she didn't say it was a scam, but I can see his position of feeling that she was downplaying the value of his course, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I watched like her talk about it, because she was kind of upset about it, and so she did a video talking about it, and she's talking about how she doesn't think that his results are going to be for everybody, right? And she doesn't think that if he's teaching a course on how to live stream, that it's actually going to. She's like, what's there to do? You just you get on StreamYard, it's easy. StreamYard is easy, but there's more to his course. Like, and if she could have actually went to the site and seen all of the, even without being able to access it, you can see a list of all of the things that he's going to teach in his course, but she just didn't think it was worth it. And so that goes back to where Black people aren't valuing Black business, because I saw people in a comment section saying stuff like one woman gets on the comment section, it's like $550, that's a lot of money. If I'm not getting certification, like, I'm not spending that amount of money.
I'm not paying that money.
I'm like, a certification from whom? From whom? So a piece of paper is more valuable to you than the knowledge, because she didn't say that that if she doesn't get the knowledge, she's like, if I don't get a certification. Okay, shout out to Olga. Let me tell you what happens with that. Olga is Tasha K's lawyer. Olga is Tasha K's lawyer, and lead attorney is hilarious, because every time he starts talking about Tasha K, he goes in on her lawyer, because her lawyer, because he's an attorney.
Yeah.
And so she wasn't even, her specialty wasn't defamation cases, but she took the case anyway. Like, it's on her site.
I hate when they do that dumb stuff.
Like, yeah, but she saw the money and she took the case. So she's like, on her site, she says that she's like, I forgot what type of law she does, but it's not defamation. And so he's like, she should have never taken the case. So he, like, every time he starts talking about it, he's like, shout out to Olga, and he gets on it. Like, dude is funny. But like the interesting thing was, like, this woman is talking about the course, and she's like, if it was a certification, then I'd pay $550 for it. And I'm like, so a piece of paper matters more to you than actual knowledge, because like with this, he's not telling you, okay, this is what you have to do in order to get a job. He's telling you, this course is going to teach you how to live stream to make money on YouTube. That's all you need is you get in on camera, and you can start your own business right there. The funny thing I look at it is, nobody was asking, what's the ROI? Because if you've got people who will pay tens of thousands of dollars for college degrees. And they never say, but wait a minute, what's the ROI? They never ask that question. They'll pay tens of thousands of dollars, get in massive debt, and they never ask, okay, I know. And then they say, wait, well, what are the jobs I'm gonna get? What's the, when I graduate, what's gonna be my salaries and blah blah blah? What guarantees are you giving me? But with his course, because they were like, oh, so he makes $40,000 a month on YouTube. Okay, you're not gonna make that much. Okay, cool. What if I make $1,000 a month on YouTube? What if I take his course and make $1,000 a month on YouTube? Guess what? Within 2 weeks, I just paid for the course. If I don't make if his course teaches me to only make $1,000 a month on YouTube, I paid for the course in 2 weeks. It paid for itself.
No, actually, it pays you to be there.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it was really interesting that the way the whole drama worked out because um, because he had demonstrated from his actions that if you want a stamp of approval, because you want to make sure the person that you're getting taught by knows what they're talking about.
Yes, definitely.
If you watched him over the past year, you're like, okay, yeah, this is somebody I can listen to. Yeah, if the person has 2 subscribers and they're saying, listen, this is how to make $1 million on YouTube, I'll pass. If he went from 1,000 to 100,000 plus over the course of the year, you got to realize, you know what? This dude might know what he's talking about. This might be worth it, and he had discount codes for it. So, but it's one of the things that I see in terms of Black business. I like what he's doing in terms of helping other people because he's given the game. And what he does is he'll bring people onto his platform, smaller creators, have them come onto his platform and give them wider exposure. I'm like, this is what we need to be doing to build
that, because collective, cooperative economics. Yes, and that's the example. Very good.
Absolutely, because YouTube, because a lot of people will talk about it's hard to build Black businesses because we need capital. YouTube is something where which is less capital intensive, where you can start a YouTube channel with your phone. You've got your camera phone, you've got your phone and your camera. That's it. That's all you really need to start the YouTube channel. And you can do that, and then you can start using this to generate income. And it doesn't need to be your only source of income. You can use it to be a secondary source of income until you become successful. But this is so, like, if we want to support Black businesses, and let's say people don't want to spend money, they don't want to buy his course. I'm loving this course. I'm loving it. I still have to get better at it. I still have to implement everything better, but I'm loving this course. But you don't need to buy his course to support him yet. You can jump on his subscribe to his channel. You can become a paying member, or you can just be a free subscriber. You can join his Patreon. Like, there's all of these ways to support Black businesses right now that don't require a lot of money or even any money. But because there's so many Black creators on the YouTube space, so you can let's say you say, oh, but what if they're no good? Okay, then you don't subscribe to them. If you find a Black creator on YouTube that you don't like, you don't subscribe to them. You don't watch their stuff. But there are plenty of Black subscribers, plenty of Black YouTubers all over all over YouTube that you'll be able to find people that are funny. And you'll be able to find the RDC world. You'll be able to find a Kelly Stamps.
Thank you for checking out this clip of Escaping the Echo Chamber. If you would like to check out the entire live stream, you can click on the screen now, or you can click on the link in the description box below. I'll see you next time.